Hey everybody, welcome back to another update on the channel. Now today we're going to be talking about Crash Bandicoot 4. As you know, we recently got the reveal trailer for Crash Bandicoot 4. We know it's coming out the 2nd of October. Now, some new rumours and some more leaks have actually come out about Crash Bandicoot 4. If you don't know, the official website for Crash Bandicoot has now been updated to feature Crash Bandicoot 4 information as the game is out in a couple of months. Super exciting, but the website is now available. Now, some data miners and some people that know code and stuff have been able to data mine the website and been able to find out that the Switch is mentioned in the source code of the website. Now, this is interesting as we now know that there's something going on in terms of the Switch and Crash Bandicoot 4. Of course, Activision have seen really big success with the Switch. For example, the Crash Bandicoot N. Sane Trilogy sold very well a year after release on Switch. The CTR sold very well, and so did Spyro Reignited Trilogy. Now, yeah, it is interesting to see that they are, somehow stating the Nintendo Switch inside of the source code of the website, which is kind of interesting. Now, does this mean that we are going to get a Nintendo Switch port of the game? I think that's incredibly likely. CTR, Spyro, and the N. Sane Trilogy have done very well on the Nintendo Switch. They've sold very well. They've been, their numbers have been competitive with other platforms. So, I see no reason for them not to come to Nintendo Switch. But what I think Activision are doing here is I think they're wanting people to double dip, in the sense of they want them to buy the game twice. They did this with Spyro. Now, this is the idea for people that maybe don't know what they're trying to do here. There's some speculation going around that Activision like the idea of people, air quotations here, double dipping, in the sense of they'll buy the game twice. For example, when the Spyro Reignited Trilogy came out, it only came out on Xbox and PlayStation. Again, that was made by Toys for Bob, same people as CTR, same people as Crash 4, not CTR, sorry. So yes, people are thinking that Activision will release a game on some platforms, hoping that everybody will buy it on those platforms, and then when it comes out for other platforms, such as PC and Switch, people will buy it again. Now, of course, I have one of those people that have done that. I have, bought Spyro Reignited Trilogy twice, you could say. I did sell my previous copy for the Switch version, but yes, I still technically gave Activision my money twice for Spyro Reignited Trilogy, even though I sold the other one on, but still, I still gave them money twice, and I think people are expecting people to do that with Switch. Now, obviously, me being a huge Crash Bandicoot fan, I am probably going to pick up a Xbox version of Crash Bandicoot 4 if a Switch version doesn't get announced before launch. I want to play through the game, I don't want to see any spoilers, I want to enjoy it on Xbox. I just want to enjoy the game and take it for what it is. Now, if a Switch version, later down the line does come out, maybe next year, I'll probably buy the Switch version and end up selling the Xbox one. That just seems to be the place that's going to happen, So there is controversy around that, and there is controversy about, maybe if the Switch is going to get a port of it, and I think it's incredibly likely. We've seen Spyro, that was a big thing for a while. Will it ever come to Switch? And yes, it did. CTR came to Switch and it ran fine. The N. Sane Trilogy ran fine. Again, I think Crash 4 seems a little bit more, maybe not in terms of visuals, but in terms of gameplay, it does seem a little bit more demanding. But I don't see any reason why it shouldn't run. We have things like The Witcher running fine on Switch. We have things like Fortnite running okay on Switch. Things run okay on Switch. So I see no reason from a technical standpoint for the game not to come to Switch. But yes, we have got our first clue that the Switch version is coming, because we have some source code in the website. Now, this is the thing, with the Spyro Reignited Trilogy, we've seen actual, product pages on Nintendo Store, on the Nintendo websites, for the Reignited Trilogy months before it even came out. So, maybe it is a year away, maybe Activision are using this marketing tactic of, we'll put it on 2 consoles that pretty much everyone has, and then we'll put it on the consoles or the platforms that people don't really have. And, get people to double dip and get people to buy it twice. And I think, in terms of marketing, that is a kind of greedy way to do it, but I guess a kind of smart way to do it. I guess you can only really blame the people that are going to buy it twice, and that would probably be me. But yeah, that's just the way it is, and I think maybe we'll get a Crash 4 port on launch. We saw that with CTR. So yeah, it can kind of go either way, honestly, thinking about it, because CTR, that came out on launch with every single thing, every other platform, and it came to Switch and it was fine. So there we go. That was perfect. And Spyro took a year to come. Now, that was made by Toys for Bob as well, so I'm thinking it's more likely going to take about a year to come. But, we could just be waiting for a Nintendo Direct. They could announce it in a Nintendo Direct. We could be, we could see a Nintendo Direct in a couple of days at this point. We could see it pretty soon. We could see a Direct pretty soon, and we could see Crash 4 be announced. That's how they did it with the N. Sane Trilogy. They announced the N. Sane Trilogy coming to Xbox One, PC, nothing on Switch, and then we had a Direct. And, yep, there it is on Switch. And, to be fair, we haven't really had a big Nintendo Direct since, Crash 4 got announced. So maybe that could happen in Nintendo Direct. Personally, I think that we are going to see it maybe early October, late November, maybe even summer of next year. Just seems to be the way Toys for Bob like to make games. But yes, that does seem the way it could be right now. Of course, we have had the confirmation we're going to get more developer or partner showcases, and maybe we could have a partner showcase, from Activision, talking about maybe a COD port to Switch, maybe some older Activision games, maybe a Skylanders game on Switch, I don't know, and maybe Crash 4 on Switch, I don't know, we'll have to wait and see, but it does seem kind of interesting that we have heard more information about Crash Bandicoot 4 with something relating to Nintendo Switch being in the source code of the website, meaning that maybe a Switch update for the website is coming soon. We don't know, we'll have to wait and see, but I think it is pretty likely that Crash Bandicoot 4 could be seeing its way to Nintendo Switch. Alright, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think that Crash Bandicoot 4 is coming to Nintendo Switch, or do you think this is just kind of a mistake? Maybe it's an error, maybe the whole Switch found in the source code could just be, left over from the Insane Trilogy when that was in the website. I don't know, it could be a lot of different things here. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll see you in another video. Cheers for watching, everybody.